clan war match with U8 Tyranitar. I haven't been battling much, but shit, I have to do this one. So I start with my usual Gengar because I haven't had a chance to make any new teams, and apparently the counter still works because the Machamp just dies. So he brings in a Jirachi, and I thought it was Scarfed at first, but apparently it's not. So I Destiny Bond, he Iron Heads, and there you go. Gengar just took out 2 people in the team for price of 1. So I'm feeling pretty confident right here. So I don't know. I thought I'd just bring out my own Jirachi, and knowing his name is Tyranitar, I knew he was gonna see a Tyranitar. So this was like not even surprising. So Iron Head, and I hope for the flinch, and I know this is gonna do pretty good damage because it's super effective, and Jirachi isn't exactly weak. So the Tyranitar gets flinched, and now he's forced to switch, and he goes to a Gyarados. And now I'm thinking that he thinks that I'm Scarfed, that I'm locked on Iron Head, and now he could just set up. But what happens to be the case is that I am not Scarfed at all, and I actually carry Thunderbolt. So Gyarados goes down 2. And that's good for me, because now I have a 5-3 lead with a hurt Tyranitar. Feeling pretty good about that. So he brings out a Heatran now, and I really can't stay into this thing. And so I switch into my own Gyarados to take probably a Fire Blast or Earth Power if he felt like getting crazy with it. But he Fire Blasts and does a lot of damage, so now I'm figuring he is Spexed, which is not cool at all because he's going to cream me with those Fire Blasts. Whatever. Now he brings out a Shaman, and I don't really fight much of these. I haven't, but I know these things kind of a pain to beat from watching other battles, so whatever. I decided to stay in and just try to get damage on this thing because I didn't see no recover item on it, so I'm guessing it's some kind of Scarfed or Spexed or something, but whatever. So I figured I'd just let the Gyarados die right now because I don't know, I guess he did enough. So the Sea-Flare is going to kill me, and now I just try to bring in something that could take care of it. So I go back into Jirachi, and I figured he's going to switch back into the Heatran, expecting me to do something retarded. So I Thunderbolt just to be safe, and it doesn't do much, but I do get the Paralyze, which is great because now, in case I'm wrong about him being Spexed, if he's Scarfed, it won't work. So now I switch into my Latias, and the Fire Blast does a lot of damage to Latias too. So now I know it's Spexed, but from the looks of what I've seen from his team, he has a hurt Shaman, a paralyzed Heatran, and a hurt Tyranitar. So I figure Surf is going to be able to sweep his whole team at this point, which actually ends up happening. So he brings in the Shaman, and he Air Slashes, trying to get a flinch possibly, and that doesn't work. So the Surf is going to kill him off, which is great. It was a crit. I'm not sure if that even mattered, but whatever. The Sandstorm would have killed him off eventually anyway. So he brings back in a Tyranitar, and yeah, Tyranitar loses. And PS won the war because that's what we do. We win, and that's it. So holla.